But they talking about you the prize? Come on, now.
Do you know how easy it is to replace you?
Bro, women live in a delusional fantasy.
I'm a woman, I'm a career woman, I'm making 6 figures. Why would I look at a man at McDonald's?
You have to go out and have at least a job and bring home minimum money.
It sounds nice, but that's not what y'all want, bro.
Hello guys, and thanks for tuning in. My name is Nancy, and this is The Digital Gist. I discuss about trending topics with a few college friends, and I also give life advice. Today's topic is going to be about colorism disguised as preference. Why do we glorify toxicity? So I'm going to let my friends introduce themselves.
They do YouTube. My name is Daniel. You can follow me on all social media at IBB Danny. You know, not TikTok, that's not really social media.
Faith, you guys can follow me on Instagram at Faith Ayanaru, FAITHAYANRU.
Hey y'all, it's Lolo. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Lokian, LOAOKINAN.
Hey guys, at Ash Isabella +ASHH Isabella.
What's good, yo? My name's Obi. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snap.
Lately in the media, there has been a group. They were discussing some things that were very colorist, and they were very adamant on why they do not date black women, and you know, it kind of rubs some people the wrong way. Social media platforms such as the Shady Room, Hollywood Unlocked, and other big platforms were, you know, discussing about their agreed on if that was colorist or not. On the podcast, the guy, one of them, he doesn't date black women because he just doesn't like them, and even though his mom is African and his sister is African or black, he still never found them attractive, and he doesn't use also black dating apps such as BLK and other apps because he'll find, and I quote, Shaniquas on the app and and Shanae's on the app, and I thought that was very weird and colorist and it was kind of projecting. So I'm gonna ask my friends what they think.
I think people can express their preference, but there's a difference between expressing your preference and being disrespectful. Saying things like Night Riders. That was funny.
On the podcast, they were like, oh, women have preferences of like 6 feet up, or et cetera, but it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's okay if, let's say, you don't date black women, but when you're downgrading black women, like stereotypical, like sneakers and all that, I just feel like it's taking too far and it becomes colors.
I don't necessarily agree with what he's saying. Like, I'm not what he's saying, but the way he's going about it, you can't really get too mad at him because like he only speaking on his experience, you know? There's a better way that he can put it, but like it's his experience. We can't tell him what he experiences.
But it's not really like experience-wise. He's basically like tearing down a group of people. Like if you don't like something or you don't like a group of people, that's one thing. But you sitting up there and you saying, oh, the reason why I will not join a whole app because I don't want to meet Shanae's and Shaniquas doesn't even make remotely any sense. I think that's so weird.
Yeah, that's wild. Like there's a way to say things to get your point across that's not offensive. You don't like black people, I mean that's your thing, bro.
Like, Shanae's and Shaniquas, it's like, what do you mean by that? Because it's like you're trying to say like they're ghetto or something. Like there's a deep, because it's like not everybody's name Shanae and like Shanisha or something.
They're just being ignorant.
You're being ignorant, exactly.
Like she said, it's giving projection. Maybe like he didn't love himself when he was growing up, and then he's just projecting that onto a group of women that didn't do anything to him. He's really showing his butt, not gonna lie.
Notice, bro.
We talk about a grown ass man who is very unsuccessful.
He's old, like 40 something. I think he's like late 30s or early 40s.
Like he hates black women
So much.
so with a passion because
Is he
I
like,
think he's single.
no,
Yeah,
like he's
sense.
most likely single. He's gotta be single.
Makes
But you gotta appreciate all the black women here. They're the only ones that will keep you down. Like they'll like lock you down for be 100 with you, keep it black. But Daniel said you can't really fault him for saying because I'm not picking sides, but I'm just saying like it's his experience. I'm sorry old dude can't bag a girl. Like I'm sorry that he sucks at relationships with black women. Like that's his fault. But then again, you can't be like calling them Shaniquas. That's basically saying that all black people are the same. You don't really know them for real like that. Like you just met over. Why are you already dogging her just because she's black?
And in the other episode with him and Asian Dog, he was basically being real defensive and being real rude. And Asian Dog simply said, you know, you're mean as hell. And he got so upset. He was so angry. He was like, you don't come on my show and speak on what you don't know about, yada, yada, yada. And I'm just like, bro, you did not have to charge her up like that. Because those other white women that was in the podcast with him, he was being real soft with them. He was being real understanding. But when it came to Asian Dog, he was being real difficult, annoying, rude, aggressive, standoffish, you know, all the words in the book. And I don't think that's fair, but he is a coon, a super coon.
Bro, so is his friend that was just sitting there just knocking his head like a good little monkey on the side, like, I'm tired. Now that was just disrespectful, because why was you doing that? And I hate how people, they're just aggressive towards black women, and I feel like that's like a problem that needs to be addressed in general. I feel like it's because they view black women as aggressive, especially darker skinned women. Yeah. That's where the colorism comes into, because you don't see him treating light brights. Like right. You don't see them treating them like that. People are not talking to other light-skinned women like that. They're being disrespectful when it comes to dark-skinned women, and that needs to stop.
That's really the definition of colorism disguised as preference. You know, I feel like you can prefer to have something, that's fine, but his excuse was, oh, you can date a 6-footer who makes $100,000 plus a year, drives nice cars, but did we speak on skin tone? Did we speak on complexion? We spoke on things we want out of a partner. He could have said, I equally want a, 5'8" woman who makes so and so and so amount of money and who looks a certain way. Like, when I say looks a certain way, like dresses a certain way, you know what I'm saying? But nobody talked about skin tones and skin colors and races, ethnicities. Nobody talked about any of that. But he was so adamant on, making it about black women, like it wasn't needed personally. So that to me is colorism disguised as preference. In the recent media as well, there is a group of people that equally do like a chat or like a podcast. I'm not sure what kind of vibe they're giving off, but it's a group of people that have like about 4 men, 4 to 5 men, 4 to 5 women, and they come together and they discuss about things, and they're located in London. Recently, there was a girl on the specific platform that was discussing about things that she wants out of a partner, and she doesn't believe that you are a true man if you sit at home and your wife goes to work, and you're not a true man if your wife is earning more than you, and you're not a true man if you're not taking care of your family. Like, why does somebody's manhood stripped of them if their partner makes more than them? I don't understand that.
Not gonna lie, what she said was kind of crazy, but she really spitting facts. Like, if you think about it, if your wife is making more than you, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you just like sitting there and then like, not trying to like better yourself to like provide for your family, then like you're really not a true man. Because as a man, I feel like you're always supposed to like try to improve yourself in your situation. You're supposed to provide for your family. You can provide other ways, but like, I don't know, maybe that's just me. If my wife making more than me, man,
it's an ego thing. Is that what you think? Think about it.
Ego.
As a man.
I just feel like men are supposed to be providers, and there's nothing wrong with your wife making more than you, but like, don't be content with that. Like, go sit down.
Yeah.
Come on, you just sitting there making waffles for the kids. Come on now.
But I mean, when you say making waffles for the kids, like that's giving.
It's like, don't be content with just doing that. Obviously, that's your role. Play your role and play it well. But like, don't just settle. Like, it's not like you're settling for a lesser role or anything. But like, as a man, provide for your family. So like, that's all I'm saying. It's not trying to degrade people who are stay-at-home parents at all. But like, yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Or dating, whatever. It's like, oh, what do you offer to the table? It's like, women automatically say like, oh, I can cook, I can clean, whatever, because that's expected of us. But with men, like, I think Lonnie said it, it's like men are judged by their pockets. And it's like women are judged by their beauty and like what they can do. And so I just feel like,
but then at the same time, like, who made the rules in the first place? So now they're mad when people calling them feminine for staying at home.
So wait, do y'all believe in like gender rules, like for real? The man's supposed to provide, the woman's supposed to cook.
Hold on, first off, man, not putting none of that in the world. Like, that right now, because at the end of the day, it's really like, no woman gonna want a man that can't provide, right? So like, it's really the woman that put it out in the world. You know what I mean? If a dude who got no money go out and try to talk to you, right? I'm talking about like, let's say you like 35, you know, you in the bar trying to find love. You talking about some, you at McDonald's, like, come on now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm trying to get a better job, I'm gonna get money.
You could have had a whole, like, 35 is understandable, but McDonald's, like, you could have done, like,
You could
you could have said
Hey, you don't know the circumstances.
You could have been like a manager, like, something like, you went so low as to say McDonald's.
What if he's a manager at McDonald's? What if he owns at McDonald's? See, y'all just heard McDonald's. Okay, but you see how y'all still reacting to it? Like, come on.
You didn't finish.
Bro, the point is, women, y'all the ones who the reason why men have to always have a bag in their pocket. You have to always be the provider. It's not because we didn't bring this into the world. Y'all brought it.
So I think I kind of get what you're saying, but men make everything way from the roles to how much women make. Women didn't have rights.
When he gave y'all rights, what did y'all do?
Nothing.
Did I not say what did they do when we gave them the rights? They said nothing.
I just said
Can you talk to her?
So you talking about what are the chances of a woman staying with a man who has no money? There are women who have stayed with men for what they have. Had men who've driven their cars, who slept in their houses. Very little, but it's still a percentage. And also, you also talked about what gave us the rights. Cool. Okay. So gender pay gap. So women in the workplaces get paid way less, even though they want to do the exact same jobs that men do. Men don't give them the opportunities because they want everything for themselves. So the rights that y'all gave us, we want to go into the workplace and do what y'all do, but y'all don't want to pay us. So what else do you want a woman to really do?
First, I want to say that I'm not against equal
rights.
I'm not against that at all. Like, I'm just saying, like, we giving you several opportunities to be above us, work over.
Choose your next word.
Very right. I'm just saying, I'm like,
what though?
No, I mean, like, why? I don't want to say complain, but like, why are y'all like?
no, because I feel like where you messed up was we've given you the opportunity. I feel like it shouldn't have been given. Like that's what
that's like having history. Yeah, I'm not like saying that.
Speaking on historical terms.
Yes, on historical terms. I'm speaking on historical terms, as in like men literally gave y'all the opportunity.
Okay.
Instead of like you said, it's supposed to be like given to you like already, like
yeah.
But ever since then, that's what I meant.
Yeah, but you said we're complaining.
But
how are we complaining?
No, you said y'all didn't. They did nothing. See, I feel like even if somebody has the right to do something, they still don't have like the means to do it. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like how I'm not comparing women's rights to slavery, but I'm just saying like it's kind of how like
that was
slaves
borderline slavery to me.
they were released from slavery, right?
Mm-hmm.
They still couldn't go out and do anything because society still hasn't like adopted that mindset yet. It takes time for that to change. So.
That's how it was. I thought it was slavery. When you look at it back in the day, all they was stuck in the house, had to birth the kids and clean the house. That's all they looked at them to do. But speaking on that, the whole topic, I feel like if I'm going out and I'm making money and I'm bringing money home, if he can't be sitting on his ass like you said, you have to go out and have at least a job and bring home minimum money. But I still want you to elevate yourself, because why would you be comfortable just sitting at home? So kind of I'm already looking for men to have wealth and be rich and want to have wealth in the future. So if something were to happen to me, I need someone who's gonna be able to, take over responsibility and pay for, everything that needs to be taken care of.
And that is the start of a minimum. And would you build him up?
Yes, because I can build a man up. You can build up a good man.
It sounds nice, but that's not what y'all want, bro.
Yeah, it's not.
If a man came up to you talking about something he worked at McDonald's, how you gonna look at him?
I'm gonna tell you. If I'm a woman, I'm a career woman, I'm making 6 figures. Why would I look at a man at McDonald's? That doesn't even make sense.
Let me just even
explain. that is making 6 figures and above. I am already established, I'm of a certain caliber. Am I wrong for wanting a man who is equally established and you know, is making the same money as me? Why do I have to lower my standards to make society feel good? Like, no, if I'm making 6 figures, I want a man that's making 6 figures or more. What is wrong with that? I don't want to lower my standards, personally speaking, to date another person that's not making, I guess, 6 figures or more. But then that's a personal preference. Not gonna lie, I cannot speak for everybody, I can speak for myself. If I'm a woman making $100,000 plus, I would prefer to have a man who is, you know, already established and is doing well for himself. Than a man that's making $30,000, $40,000. It's like, y'all, I don't like people like living like la la land when it comes to relationships. It annoys me because like money makes relationships work. Like, whether y'all trying to play it off or not, without money in a relationship, your relationship will struggle. That is the truth. Yes, the love is there, but like financially, what can y'all do? Sit at home all day and lay up? Nothing. You can't take trips, you can't invest together, you can't buy nothing together, you can't do nothing, you can't go nowhere. You're gonna sit there and look at each other all day long. That's gonna get old, doesn't pay the bills all the time. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, but if you're in college, you're not that's different. Like, than being established or you being in college and then there's a broke guy trying to talk to you. You can build a man, and I feel like you can actually do that because he could be with one girl and not be nowhere, be with the next girl, not be nowhere, but then he be with you and you bring out the best of that man that he's ever been, like you bring out the best of him. I feel like that's possible.
That's nice, but let's be real.
Let's be real.
Come on, like if you make it 100, bro, you make
Okay, y'all, think of a woman that is like that. Think of a woman that's making very good money. Like she buys all the expensive stuff that you could think of: the shoes, the clothes, the cars, everything. Do y'all really think? Be honest with yourself and be realistic. Do y'all really think she's going to go to McDonald's and talk to a McDonald's general manager?
We're not saying that you don't meet him at McDonald's. You meet him like at another. Like,
we're talking about like open, like.
But you're right. You're right. No, because like you're not gonna look their way. Like, you're gonna want to mingle in your same social circle. You're not. I'm gonna bring up a point.
No, because I just feel like let me ask you as a man. Let's say you work at McDonald's or whatever. Would you feel comfortable coming up to women of such a high lifestyle? Do you feel like you can provide?
Okay, y'all are not.
But that might motivate him.
No.
It's not
If I worked at McDonald's, you're not knowing that I worked at McDonald's. But I'm talking about like the hypothetical, like you meet them at like a random spot. Like you don't know what she do, she don't know what you do.
Okay, but
He said what you do at McDonald's is over. That's true.
But we're eventually gonna find out. I feel like as you get to know each other, those questions are gonna pop up.
Yeah,
That's a lot. You don't contact them again. Like, I feel like that was realistic.
There's one point of the video that really got me hot was that when she said that as herself, like a woman, a black woman who's in a relationship, she will not buy her boyfriend a gift.
That's wild.
I do not support that.
Proceeds to say that she is the gift. Like that's cool and all, but like that's basically saying that you have nothing to give but yourself. Like I want more. I want you to show me that you actually care about me, that you actually pay attention to the stuff that I need, that I want in a relationship and in my life. Like if I'm just gonna date you just to date you, I'm gonna do that. Like I will be like, hey, let me take you out on a date. But I'm dating you for a long-lasting relationship, like marriage. Like, if you're gonna pull up to me and be like, hey, I want to be with you, all that stuff, then I'm gonna need you to prove it to me. I'm gonna need you to like show me in ways that you think is best in a relationship.
The crazy part about that, what you just said, is that a lot of people think like that. And then that goes back to the point that you try to make earlier, like, you give women rights and all this stuff, but then like, what, I'm not, okay, that's not bad. No, but I'm saying like, they have like, you know, they have their own, they do their own thing, right? But they talking about you the prize? Come on, now.
Like, you were, like, bro, you know, okay.
No, I'm just saying, so you feel me?
I know, when they say, no, I'm glad you brought that up, because like, they say that they're the prize, right? But do you know how easy it is to replace you?
Oh, I did not say that.
No, I'm gonna say it, bro, because I'm a realist. Like,
Okay.
I'm a realist. Because like, when women say that to me, like, I just get irritated. I'm just like, did you really just like say that like, I appreciate you, like, I really do love you and I appreciate you, but like, really, you're just gonna say that you're the prize? Like, honestly, if you're gonna say that, that means you're not paying attention to me. You're not meeting up my standards. Like, I'm just dating you because you're basically treating yourself as arm candy at this point. Then I'm gonna have to like toss it to the side and just find somebody who's more like, you know, compatible.
I feel like, okay, yeah, your girl. You know where this pride stuff comes from? Because I feel like men, they chase after, like, you know, they go after the baddest girls because they compete with each other. And then they find out, you know, they get the baddest girl and they won. And with girls, they find the richest nigga and then they feel like they won, you know? I feel like that's where that comes from.
Actually care, like, okay, if you're gonna say that you're the prize, like you're the grand prize, like, oh my gosh, I met Jesus, like in my like.
I don't think they mean Jesus like, type of grand prize.
But you know what I mean? Like it's like you're at that.
If they think of themselves as the prize, there's nothing wrong with you as an individual thinking of yourself in that caliber, and that's fine.
Yeah, I'm just like, please.
That is true.
Do more.
I have more. So like, is it wrong for a man to think that they the prize?
No, I actually believe that everybody.
This is so one-sided right now because like
that's the problem with this world society today. Everybody, not a lot, bro. Women live in a delusional fantasy, bro. Like, listen, hear me out. No facts, bro. Like, let's be real here, bro. Like, women, they want to be like, how do I put this? They want the benefits of being a woman when it benefits them. You know what I'm saying? But like, I believe this with my whole heart because like, I've seen it too many times.
Give us an example, please.
An example. All right. Chivalry is good and all that, right? But like, women be like, they want a man that's gonna take the leaves off the roof and build a house. Who gonna do all that? Like, I'm a patient like that, or like fix a car or something like that. That's not even chivalry, but like, that's just like, if I don't want to take my wife's car to the shop to go get her tires changed, because she can do it herself. If I'm not gonna stop a work day to go do that, that's something so simple. It's not like they're gonna get over you by changing tires, like.
Low key, I'll do that. I'll actually go grocery shopping for my significant other, but like that at a certain point in time, it was like, all right, you gotta do this on your own.
That's like I'm saying, she outside, you don't want her to punk ass. You get out and punk.
No, I don't.
I don't want to do that.
I don't want to.
So you would, like, she knows you would.
Okay, I disagree with what you're saying. I would just say this, as a man, yes. You know how actually I believe in gender roles and stuff like that? I kind of believe in gender roles to an extent. For example, if I'm with my man and the opening door shit, I don't care too much about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't care that much. It's not that deep. Like, I would appreciate a man who likes to open the door and makes me feel, you know, like a woman that's actually courting me and, you know, dating me the proper, appropriate way. You know, but then this varies by person to person.
Come from a household where, like, you're used to men coming with you or men doing it for you when it comes to like the mechanic, and then coming into a household with your spouse and they're like, oh yeah, you can go by yourself. It's like,
I look at men and women as two people that are capable of doing things. Certain things, I feel you. I understand, you know, they'll try to get over you, get over on you, but like some things you don't need a man to do.
The video that really got me high was when she said she's going to find another husband.
And that's fine.
When he's sick. This man is dying. He is ill. And she said she's going to find another husband. Like, are you serious?
That's
like,
actually insane.
How are you just gonna look me dead in the eye? I'm literally
that's so wicked.
But like, the audacity, like Jesus Christ, the audacity. Oh my God.
Okay, she's just morally challenged at that point. Morality varies by people, and she is just morally challenged. That's how she chooses to live her life. I don't really.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting, but again, that's how another person lives their life. It doesn't work for me. I'd like to take this time to thank all my friends for joining me today. And next week, we're going to be discussing about the effects of toxicity and what it has on our culture and our society as a whole. So make sure you guys, you know, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow them on their various social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. And make sure you tune in next week, and I'll see you guys. Bye.